Hello, and welcome to this BOM Portal Training Series presentation where we are continuing to look at in depth the features and best practices of this application. In this video, we are looking at the BOM Portal Settings and Controls. Our objectives in this presentation will be to first show in detail the location, purposes, and uses of the BOM Portal Settings and Controls, and then how to set up the BOM portal to get the most out of this application. We will first look at the BOM settings. They can be found up at the top right here, close to your name and avatar with the ellipses. If you click on that, the first item that you have here is your source project. This is a convenient link that will go back to the project that you created your BOM from. Next is your BOM settings. Now this is a very important panel to look at and to set up before you begin making any changes or anything on the BOM itself. First off, you have your production quantity. This can be either a production quantity or a prototype quantity, but keep in mind that the prototype and production runs will change in price because of the price breaks of each component. The next area is the due date. Now this helps in processing or analyzing your BOM to see any components that have a long lead time outside of this set date. The last item on this panel is your order list, which is where you select your suppliers that you intend to work with. Each of these suppliers will have an estimated BOM coverage for your convenience. If you have set up any special pricing for your components, you can configure that here at this location simply by putting in the supplier's API key, directly connecting up to your supplier's special pricing. Also in this location, you can set up your library columns. Here, you can select the columns that you want visible on the BOM document itself. The next area we'd like to take a look at is the remap area. Now, when you first bring your BOM into the BOM portal, it is actually auto-mapped to several key points of information. Here, you're able to remap it based on your parameters and your criteria. You're able to select the columns that you wish to match up with the BOM analyzer for analysis. Getting started, you can select the columns simply by clicking on them. You can skip columns if necessary. With the completion of setting this up, it will then run your analysis based on your criteria. From this location, you're also able to release your BOM. By selecting this, you can first select a template that will either have a single supplier or a dual supplier. Put in your release notes and then hit release. This released BOM will then show up on the release area. The next area we would like to take a look at is the compare to. Here, you're able to take your BOM that you're working on and compare it to any previous version or to a single file. Here, you can then see what components were added, removed, or modified. The last area that is available for your BOM settings is your delete button. You're able to delete the entire BOM. The BOM will be moved into the trash where it can be restored or permanently deleted. We are now ready to take a look at the BOM Portal Controls. These controls are placed in the main view, supply chain, and the issues panel of the BOM Portal. This allows for easy access when any changes are needed on your BOM. When a component is selected, you have access to several powerful controls. These include adding a row, adding a column, or deleting a row. The next capability is adding alternates, which provides more flexibility by adding part choices when you get into procurement. The last couple controls have advanced capabilities. Many times components from various sources are used in your PCB design, and for the sake of maintaining the integrity of your design and managing your library, it's best to use a single library, which is your Altium 365. In particularly, if a component is not sourced from your Altium 365 library, you can create a new component directly from your BOM simply by clicking this Add a Component. You can add a name to this new component, give it a description. You can also define what component type it is. From there, a new component will be created directly from the BOM. Now, this new component will actually show up in your library under a system-generated category called BOM. Yet another option is to link a particular component to an existing part in your Altium 365 library, simply by clicking this link button. This will now search your library and look for matching components. Once it has found that component, it will then tell you that the the BOM item is linked with the matching component. Lastly, if a component is already linked, then you're able to unlink this. Here I have a linked component that's already established a link with my Altium 365 library, which I can now unlink that if need to. The last area that we want to look at in this presentation is the system controls, which include your search panel, which you can search by any criteria that you wish. The next area is your column display. Here you're able to set up the particular parameter information that you wish to show on your BOM. The next item is your information panel. This allows you to see the details of any component that is selected on your BOM. The next area is your commenting. Here you're able to place comments directly in the BOM, which then also can be assigned to specific individuals or roles as tasks. Keep in mind also, here you're able to paste images into this comment. The next area is your download area. Here you're able to download your BOM based on supplier or by template, showing your single supplier or dual supplier. The last area is your Octo cart. Now this is the brand new feature which allows you to directly buy from the BOM portal components that are on your BOM.